Hello, you guys. It's Gigi from Invite the Light, and I'm coming to you with a reading on Jaden Smith. Yesterday, he kind of like shocked us all when he came out with this random announcement. What was random to me, anyway, saying that Tyler, the creator, is his boyfriend. And it just seemed like it carried on onto Twitter where he was saying, I've told everybody and now you know. So there are a couple of things that I want to do about this reading because I have a tremendous respect for Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. So I've done readings for them over the last couple of weeks. So I just want to tell you guys up front, there may be some things that I see about Jaden. If it comes up and it's entirely too private, I won't say it. I know some of you got upset because in the Meghan Markle reading, I ended up putting some cards back because there was something that was just a little too dark and too crazy with the assistant situation that I just feel a level of responsibility not to get into those kind of energies. So we have that going on. So if something is to come up like that, I'm just preparing you guys that there may be certain things that I don't disclose. And if something is super private, I will not probably disclose it. So, as you prepare to watch this video, just know that there may be the chance for that. So we're just going to see like what Jaden is feeling here. And the reason why I'm going to see what Jaden is feeling is because Jaden is announcing it. So it's his intention for us to kind of know something. And he specifically said it. If you don't come away from this concert or something like that with anything else, know that this man is my boyfriend. So, or whatever, something to that extent. So this is a reason why we're going to ask, what is Jaden feeling? Jaden Smith. Amazing Jaden. What's going on for him? I'm going to pull that. I'm going to pull the, okay. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like on whatever's going on his end, and I'm going to try to sorry you guys, but I need to get this thought out. I'm gonna try not to talk too much about the other person, Tyler, the creator. I'll try not to talk too much about him because he's like denying the situation. But the only reason why I'm going to discuss this is for the following reasons. One, people are saying that this other person has dated men before, and has put in his lyrics that he's been kissing boys for a number of years or something like that was in his lyrics. So this is why we're going to go ahead and just press along a little bit. But like I said, if there's something that hasn't, if I'm guided not to reveal something, you guys just have to kind of deal with that. All right. So I feel like Jaden is just what he says he is. He's tired of like being in the dark, tired of running around. There's some level of real unworthiness. There's, keeping things in the dark for him is kind of like, it feels really unworthy. Like it's almost like sacrificing your own humanity. And it's almost like, a rat kind of scurries. That's the best way I can say for him. I'm sorry, you guys. A rat kind of scurries. I'm not going to move that over too much right now. So, he's like, there's this whole thing, you know, there's this whole sacrifice of self to live in that way, and he's just really walking in integrity here. There are kind of like, as far as I'm concerned, there are certain levels of addiction there with him, but with this card coming forward, it seems like he's going to transfer. I would not be surprised if Jaden starts really experimenting more with his feminine side, like more than ever. Hold on. But I mean, a lot of people, we would, you know, kind of don't understand his journey. It's definitely very different. Some of it is definitely otherworldly stuff that we would not understand. Hold on. This is a part of his own higher development too, as well, with quite a few of these cards. Or, you know, this is, yeah. So what is this that wants to come out? I just want to put this over the side. I feel like this is kind of Jada here. I think right now she's trying to say she does not want to suppress her child, obviously. But she is definitely like, no one is going to screw with my child. She may even be kind of going, you know, she's coming in. She's like taking over behind the scenes and is like, you know, the distribution of information, it's going to be done in a certain way. Hold on one second. I feel like she's a little bit upset over this situation too, but not upset by the personal choices of her son or the personal, let's say, preferences of her son, but more so something happened. I'll just say the communication over you know, she would have liked to have known more communication. Let me put it like that. What is this? You guys are gonna forgive me. I just have to take my time with this today. I am not as fast as I normally am. So not eating 100% right at these freaking readings. They like zap you, and you need to replenish afterward. And I don't think I'm doing that properly. So I can see already. I'm much slower processing this information right now. All right. Well, this card kind of dropped here, so I do feel like, as far as sexuality is concerned, I myself don't want to give a real whole answer on that, because there's just a whole bunch of choices, and it's more than Jaden is like. It's more than just, oh, I like boys, oh, I like girls, oh, I like both, oh, I don't know. You know, like some people are really like the you know, it's like they fall in those categories. This is like something a little different with him. This is a little bit, like I said, it's a little bit, it's a little otherworldly, and it's a little bit metaphysical, let's say. It's a little metaphysical. I don't want to start talking about this, because I think you guys will probably get like kind of, you know, oh, this is like mumbo jumbo, airy fairy stuff. So this has to do with, let's just say, like some kind of development metaphysically, you know. I'm going to let that sit right there. And I'm going to think about whether or not I want to come back and deal with explaining that more to you guys. But this is more than just, oh, I'm gay, oh, I'm straight, oh, I'm bisexual, oh, I'm polyamorous, you know, type deal. I do get this strong feeling that he will definitely be exploring more female sides. I get that. I'm not gonna go into how far it goes. Hold on. I think the way mom feels is that she's definitely a little worried. So, I mean, you guys as a consciousness out there, just hold space for the fact that this is somebody's son and just watch what you say on social media. Watch, because this is a sensitive time. And having this kind of challenge again, this is a little bit something more than, oh, again, I cannot explain it. Something metaphysical with him. And it's something like also like with Kanye, it's a little bit strange to this world, like it's a little bit foreign. It's foreign to this, how we normally, everybody typically normally either likes this, likes that, or likes both, or is a little confused. It's a little bit something more than that. It's not like fully sexually based, fully attractional based. It has to do with the person, the identity. Anyway, so I'm gonna say hold space for me right now because I'm meandering a little bit and I kind of want to figure this out. So yeah, I just want to say just be a little responsible on social media, even have that kind of energy you put out towards this as well. Because remember, this is like somebody's child. And I see mom sitting there and I see her just concerned for this person's transformation, or it's something like transformation and development. It's not unusual for what people go through in adulthood as it happening, but that made sense to you. But of course, the pathway and the roadway and whatever this is for him is definitely unusual to the rest of the population. So, and it's something that's different to mom, and she's watching it unfold. She's watching her child make their way in the world, go by their own sword, take the hits, which he can totally do. So, and there's really nothing that can be done about that but to stand aside and observe. So this is a very sensitive time. Okay, so guys, just watch what you say on social media, just out of consideration for that. All right, so let's see what's going on. Whatever, it's kind of weird. It's like he kind of sort of knows. He definitely knows who he is. He's known who he is for a long time, which most people don't. He's definitely had this real strong sense of identity. But there's like this transformational thing too. It's very strange. So we just have to see like what takes precedence. All right, let me take a look at this down here. So apparently after he said this, he brought his girlfriend on stage. The same girl he's been dating like for the last couple of years. So let's see. I don't know if they'll come out with a statement or something, maybe he'll come out with something on social media, but I think that mom is going to try to say, let's structure this and, because I feel like on her end, there's like a lot of stress. I'm just going to leave it at that. There's just a lot of stress, of course. And I think the stress is, again, it's just more so because of the lack of inability or ability, the lack of ability to be able to process people who are different, quote unquote. And that's where the worry comes in. So let's see what's going on here. Honestly, I don't know why I feel like this reading is ending right now. I don't know what this means. There's a solidification, definitely. I really don't know, Gazette. If even there's some decision to really just become a woman. Like, and fast. I don't know if it's that or it's definitely exploring more feminine side. I don't think that his partner is going to. I'm not reading for him, so the cards already know. Sorry, I'm just not one of those readers, so they already know. They're not sending me much more information based on the parameters I put. They're not going to send too much more, but I don't think that this person's going to come forward because he called them out. They're like in a certain level of ego, and I think they also feel, a certain level of control over him. In a certain way. I won't go into that though, because it'll involve like not only personal stuff, but stuff that just probably isn't appropriate to be putting out there right now. This person, I mean, there is connection. There's connection there. But there's some other draw there. I don't know if this other person has like a girlfriend. And he's sort of interested in controlling his sexuality. Now, again, the cards are for entertainment purposes, so I really don't want people taking this as 100% fact. What I can say to you is that based on what the cards are showing here, that's what typically, I can say are the meanings. But, people's energies, and then the cards pick up their different levels of consciousness sometimes, and we just need to be careful with this. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like there's this need to control sexuality. Interesting. I don't know. There are a few women who show up. But I think on Jaden's end, I think Jaden is eventually going to just walk away from that. He may be like single for a while. He may even like decide to like literally go travel and meditate and things like that. But I think he is definitely going to say a lot more about this relationship, or take a stance on it. He's definitely like willing to take more of a stance on it. So hold on one second here. Yeah, I mean, this is like a yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. I mean, what the cards make evident is there's definitely a connection. There's definitely long-term connection. There's definitely there's something about the sharing of information, and there's something about Jaden as well, sort of coming to realize about who he shares himself with, and who is of a lower echelon and stuff like that, or whatever. And I think that this is just a development thing for him as well. Whatever, he'll be healing like some kind of real broken hurts that he has inside of himself. The situation is disappointing. And the reason why it's been so disappointing is because there's exchange, and you know, it's just like tired of being silent on this, and I'm gonna speak the truth because I wanna listen to what's going on in my heart. So let's see what's going on with Jaden for the future. I just really don't think there's much more to say here. So I feel like this is like a major lesson for him, and unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't want to be disrespectful because at this moment in time, it's like fortunately, it's more of a heartbreak. I don't think this person, they're really truly on his level. Like Jaden is his limits, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to say his limits go way out further than other people. And that's not an opportunity for any kind of jokes and stuff like that. But his view on his views are a lot more, they're just a lot wider and more expansive. So there's this as well. But meaning he started a water company, that Just Water company. I don't know if you guys know that, but he started that, like, I think he started that, I could be wrong, but I think he started that at like 10 or 15 years old, something very, very young. And that's a good water company, because the cartons are like self-sustainable and stuff like that. And he's quite progressive. Let me just try to put it down like that. I think what's important is for him to be in integrity, with whatever he's doing. He might not be like gay, he might be literally just looking at his eye connect with another soul. And at the end of the day, really, once we die, I mean, it's said to be like, there's no difference between man and woman. It's like just when you're coming down here, you get into that. So I'm not, trying to get into this whole extra conversation, but just for reference. So I feel like this reading is all over the place kind of in a way, because this person's still thinking about, things are still like formulating. They're like formulating in a big way. There's this thing about exploring sexuality and a different gender. And then there's this other thing about saying what I need to say because I'm speaking my truth. This is my journey. This is my one foot in front of the other. And this is who I am. This is my identity. This is this is the truth of this is, it's like this journey through living, through finding certain answers. There's this journey and it's mine. And me not being able to be in integrity with that in the light is like, that is low vibrational. This is how I look at it. It's like, it's so offensive to the spirit. It's such again, like reducing yourself from human being down to a rat scurrying around and just, so for this person, this individual, this is their truth. So I see here kind of, like I said, one minute I kind of see like down here this whole thing about exploring another gender, even exploring perhaps becoming another gender. But over here, I see really saying what I need to say, And also people learning how to hold space for my truth, meaning people need to see me for who I am, because that's my number one right. As long as I'm not hurting you physically, I'm not coming into the right of who you are. Your belief systems are something different, but who I am, as long as I'm not literally hurting or taking life or, you know, some other right like that, you know, I think there's something bigger for him here, where he's making a statement, or that his divine purpose, living all this out here, trying to figure out certain things. There's so much, you know, there's so much going on. And I was telling you guys about that before. There's so much going on. This is more than things being about sexual attraction to men or to women or to both or to everybody at once. You know, this is something deeper than that with him. This is about an identity. This is about metaphysical. It's something that's very different. So yeah, I just really see him like saying what he needs to say, getting it out, getting it out, getting it out, getting it out, getting it out. And this lack of response from this other person, of course, is again, he's been hurt deeply. Like, I think, you know, he's been hurt deeply in relationships. But this is something that's probably, it's weird because this is something that's important to him, but this is also something that I will say is, at the end of the day, when he probably looks at this like 10 years from now, and I don't want to speak too much for this person, but it's going to be something more like, this was something that developed, this was necessary to break me open, let's say, in order to get, for me to totally rewire. So he could be on, I'm sorry, you guys, I know I'm like, is this even making sense to most of you? He could totally have had this experience sort of prompt him to break open something else in order to be able to develop properly, not properly, to be able to develop in the mission that he wants to, in order to get to the next step. I don't know how to explain this. This is what I see. This is his journey. It's very unique, let's say. But this is some life's journey here. This is not about sex, and this is not about weirdness, and you know, it's not about that. But he's living his truth, and he's gonna live his truth every single step of the way. This is about where he draws his strength and love from a little bit too. Because unfortunately, again, this person that he's trying to deal with, they're not really on his level. No disrespect to them. He's got like bigger stuff to do. This is something that happened that almost shouldn't have happened. Well, shouldn't have happened, but it happened, you know, so it's kind of debatable. But I'm saying it's, damn it. Sorry, guys. I completely lost the piece. Okay. So I don't know. I lost the piece. It was really important. But again, at the end of the day, when he looks at the end of this, he's just going to see this as having been more of a stepping stone to really developing who he is. I don't think he's decided fully what he's going to do. I'll pull some more cards and see. But this is a certain level of betrayal, but at the end of the day, he's going to realize, oh, okay, this is like a connection that I had. I don't know if this is, at the end of the day, real, true, like love. It's definitely love. It's definitely passionate. And authentic for what it is now in this moment. But when I remove this piece and this piece at my foundation and core, oh, this takes on a new light. You know, so that's what I was trying to say before. So hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's a shock to him. This person may not speak to him. This person, they may block him, actually. I don't feel like that person fully has the balls to do that yet, but they may. And I mean, all hell might be breaking loose on their side. I feel, again here with this wonderful like family card or whatever, like his family is supporting him, which is really, really great. I mean, it's like I said, it's tough for them, but this is something that's probably, as they already know, this has been going on for a long time with him. A long time. And he's like really been suffering. Like, if you guys can get out of this whole thing, like all of the social stuff, and pull yourself out of it and kind of look at it like from maybe a divine perspective, whatever his journey was that he has to take with this person and with this person and this situation and this situation, it's his journey of development that's taking him here, taking him there, taking him to this person, taking him to that person. It has been really rough on him. Really, really rough. I remember one of his lyrics or whatever saying something about from a child he felt attacked by spirit, some I don't know. Well, anyway, whatever the case is, he's going to come out on top of this situation. This is the last bit of this. So either, there was this thing about transforming, and there's a transformation word right there, but there was this thing about delving into female energies and stuff like that. But now it's like there's this whole thing where, to me, I feel a lot of male energy. I feel a lot of energy toward really getting clarity, not only with yourself, but also as to why certain situations and certain people appeal to you, no matter what sex they are, just why certain people appeal to you. Between spirituality, meditation, and church, I think he's gonna, I don't think we're gonna really hear from him for a minute, or if you do, you may hear from him, but he's also gonna be like convalescing seriously. I mean, he may go away and meditate. I know I've said that with a few people, but I feel like if anybody's gonna do it, he might do that. So really great things are happening for him. I mean, this is it's powerful for him because there's just all the heavens are really involved in this, So it's interesting. I think it's tough to kind of look at this person's journey maybe sometimes because it's kind of so different from the average person's. But if you can see it, like I said, from a higher celestial view, and this soul is having this journey, just trying to find the truth, maybe even balance out, maybe this person's journey is to balance out masculine and feminine, or whatever their sacred journey is, something sacred. I don't even want to, I could look at it, but I'm not going to, because this doesn't need to be looked at. We don't need to know all of that. Yeah, I just feel like there's this side, but it looks like it's like a smaller, weaker side of exploring female. But then there's this other side of just really, let me get my shit together in the male body, in the male conscious. I'm going to do, I'm meditating, I'm connecting with highest divine source. I am, I'll do maybe even a little bit of church and stuff like that. But I think kind of going to traditional church and stuff, especially with this whip and this, I'm looking right dead at this man holding a whip. I think, he might find a little bit draining, a little bit injurious. So let's see. But that's a journey that he'll take and find out about. I want to know about this Nine of Wands really quickly, though. But the World card, I mean, this is totally about Jaden's development. And this whole thing, I think he challenges himself. What I could hear and say is like, I will never live in the dark. I will never, I'm going to live in the motherfucking light. And yes, I'm sorry. I'm cursing because I'm feeling that kind of energy. Like, it's like, I am not somebody who carries away like a rat. I don't care what personal choices I'm making in my journey. This is my journey, and I will not allow society to define me as a lesser person or less than divine. You have me, this is, I was trying to reach for this whole video. You have me stepping out of my divinity of self, having me keep stuff in the dark. I don't do that. I don't know that. I'm an icon. This is what he says. This is his song. Like, it's more than just being this icon, but I'm just saying, like, this is more of the attitude. I can't step out of my divinity, But I think that the feminine journey, maybe eventually for him as he works through his thoughts and things like that, is something that he sort of puts to the side, but balances within himself, the masculine and the feminine a lot more. This is a major thing of healing. Actually, this situation with this person could have been the kryptonite that was, because there's a certain pain in Jaden. There's a certain big pain. You could kind of see that here too. There's certain longing. And I'm more so longing. Well, yeah, but more so, I mean, it's really been hard to be, God, somebody said this, and this makes sense for me to say for Jada. It's hard to be in this human body, dealing with these people in this kind of consciousness. So, yeah, it's interesting. So really, here's the World again. Two places this shows up. It's a major development for him to complete. So I feel like, I feel like there's a small likelihood, like, his girlfriend, the girl that he's been dating for a while, I forget what her name is, but she really believes in him, and I think she will stay a friend to him into their relationship, but she's got to stand a little bit on the sidelines. And I think there's this chance that after, I don't know if that means we don't want you to talk about this anymore. Okay. I feel like he will end up continuing on with his girlfriend. This other person may try to, try to come back really hard behind the scenes. But that's not going to work. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like behind the scenes some things will be said. Arguments and things like that. Let me see. Can you guys, if you're getting information from this video, can you please just hit the like button? That really helps the algorithms for my channel. And if you can, I'm just going to shut this video off. That's all. I'm just starting to put the cards away because I'm not dealing with this today. I don't sit here and do these videos of people that just keep gawking at my shit and for more than 10 minutes and not hitting the like button. So that's that. And this video will be made private because none of y'all are going to get to look at it. That's the mood. My mood is rude. Well, your mood is rude, really. So thank you and bye-bye.